The Islamic State group, which once controlled vast areas of Syria and Iraq, will suffer its final defeat within a week, according to Kurdish forces backed by the United States, who are preparing a final onslaught on the group's last enclave. The remaining IS fighters are surrounded in a tiny patch of territory at Baghouz, which is in southeast Syria. In the past few days, more than 6,000 have surrendered. Among them are large numbers of women, orphans of IS fighters, and children who've been enslaved by the group. From the desert outside Baghouz, our Middle East correspondent Quentin Somerville has sent this report.
Out of the darkness and into the light. The Islamic State group meets a slow and miserable surrender, carrying everything they own.
Can you tell me where you're from?
These are the last of the true believers.
Excuse me, madam. Can you tell me where you're from?
And now their orders are to submit to their enemies, the Kurds. Many of their husbands are still inside their Baghouz holdout. Even the children are searched. Young and old, they're dazed by defeat. A group that showed no mercy now pleads for it.
A
lot of children died in airstrikes, a lot of men, a lot of old people too. You're human, we're human as well. Do you not feel my pain, brother? Thousands have arrived this week, some barefoot and lost. And in the cold desert light, injured male fighters surrender. The truth dawns on them. Their caliphate is dead. Abu Bakr al-Ansari tells me if we'd met only a week ago, IS would have killed me. Why did you get out now? He says because there's no Islamic State left. It collapsed. Free now, these Yazidi boys were kept as slaves. IS taught them to hate their own kind. But what of the children of IS fighters? They don't belong here either. This family is from Russia. This group of Indonesian boys gave their names.
Isa, Radwan, Shamil.
They're innocents, but told me they missed IS.
Rahman.
The Islamic State's victims aren't just among its enemies. They lie among its own too. They brutalised, traumatised and corrupted their own children. And that hateful ideology will live on long after the caliphate's ended.
IS wrought chaos here and left a trail of broken families and orphans. In a dusty tent, I met 12-year-old Hamza from Iraq. He can't walk, he stood on a mine. His family, all IS, were killed in an airstrike. He's all alone. Life inside was good, he says, but there was less food and water and a lot of heavy fighting. As we leave, he stops me and asks, what will happen to me? There's no easy answer.
The women and children are sent to displacement camps. More than 80, mostly babies, have died making this journey from Baghouz. The men left behind won't go so peacefully. Like the caliphate itself, their days are numbered. But even when this is over, they'll leave behind a legacy of pain. Quentin Somerville, BBC News, Deir ez-Zor, Syria.